All right. Shalom, everybody, and peace of the Lord to all of you. Please invite your friends and let us have some good time together. We are live on Rumble, Discord, and YouTube. And if you like to join us in the conversation, feel free. You can join us on Rumble, and we will be happy to take your calls, especially if you are a Muslim. Hmm? Yesterday we were talking about how Allah He promised the Muslims to have versions in heaven, and those versions they have a special description that not their virginity is not about. Let us see what's happening. Their virginity is not about not having sex with a human being, but it's about more. It's about having sex with nobody, including genie. And that because Muslims believe that genie or jinn are creatures who have sexual organs and they can have sex with the human being. Yesterday we want to talk about it, but then the topic changed when somebody called us. So I want to continue today with this, and we will see what exactly Muslims really believe in and why they believe in it. So if we go to the Muslims websites, as an example like this one here, let us see. Not this one. This one here, as we see. The Muslim here is asking question, can jinn have sex with my wife? Now, if we go and search for what jinn is about, the Muslims, they have a fantasy idea about the jinn, and most of their fantasy is coming from legends, which Muhammad himself, he got the name from. The Quran mentioned a name of a jinn or genie. The Quran called it Afrit. Let me try to find you an image made by Muslims to show you what the Muslims are thinking about. For some reason my keyboard is not switching to Arabic. Okay, finally. All right. So if we click in, if we search all Muslim website about how the genie look like, the genie who have sex with their mama or have sex with their women, their wives, we will see here how the Muslims imagine those genie. So this is a genie. Okay, this is a genie. Now why does genie look like that? Obviously the Muslim fantasy is beyond imagination, and it's endless. Like there is no they don't know really what they are talking about, so they start making imaginary. So sometimes they make him look like this, as an example. This is a genie now, all right? Or like that. Let us see. Like this. This is a genie. And by the way, genies are, some are Muslims and some are not. And usually Muslim genie, he live in a Muslim house, all right? This is a Afrit. This is a very fast genie. Let's see. I mean, you can just think about it, how much they are imagining their own fantasy. Oh, and this is the most actually popular. Uh, like for sure, this is a very famous actor. Somebody did some play with the picture, but usually the Afrit in Islamic movies appear as an Asian person, not a black, and he is bald in the head and he have a long hair like a Chinese style, but he is massive and big and fat, Uh, let us show you. Afrit. Hmm. Let us see. I'm trying to show you more images of how Muslims, what they believe really. All right. I'm just trying to find the most popular, which is approved by Muslims for what they really believe about the genie and the Afrit specifically. Afrit again is mentioned in the Quran as he is a genie, but he is a fast, very fast genie. Um, let us see this one here. Just to give you an idea. Like this one here as an example. I think now you have a better idea. So the Afrit is a massive in the size, but he can shrink and go inside like a container, a bottle, like Genie in the Bottle. You know those movies, right? Those are coming from old legends, and Muslims adopt them as part of their belief. They don't believe they are legends, but they believe they are true. And those genies actually, Shaitan himself is one of the genie. Shaitan himself is one of the genies. You see, this is why between Christianity and Islam there's a lot of differences. It's not, yeah, Muhammad he stole the name Moses and Maryam and Mary and Abraham, and but that did not change anything. That Islam is nothing but a collection of a stupid belief, and this is one of them. So this Afrit, according to the Quran, is extremely fast, and he is a thief. And he's a Muslim, he's a good Muslim. This is why he's a thief. So if you read the story of Solomon, when the bird, and this bird, he worked as a spy for Solomon, all right? He is a CIA agent. He came back and he told Solomon that he found a woman, she have no hair in her legs, she is so sexy, and she have a very, very, very big, huge chair made of gold covered by diamond and jewelries. So when Suleiman he heard this, because this is a Muslim Suleiman, he's a thief, like Erdogan. So he said, Solomon, he said to his chief, or to his, like the one who's sitting with him, to say the commanders, which of you can bring me her throne before they come to me surrendering themselves in obedience? So Solomon, he just heard how rich she is, and because he's a good Muslim, he want to steal the throne, and he want to attack them later but he want to hold the throne now. He cannot wait, you know. Later we'll attack them, no problem. But now, who can go and get me the throne? So Afrit, as you see here, and the word Afrit, it's not an Arabic word. And as usual, you know, Muhammad is a liar. He's a fraud. And he copy words, he copy languages, he copy regions, and he put it in his book. And this is why we see that the word Afrit appear in the Quran. So here you will notice it says an Afrit, which means there's many of those Afrit. Like it's not one unique. However, this kind of Afrit, you know, is very fast. All right, extremely fast. And not only he is fast, he is evil. And he is so smart. All right. So, you know, like in the language today in Arabic, if they want to say that the person, his life is a big time at risk, we say that his life is on the kaf of Afrit. The kaf is the hand, you know. So the hand of Afrit, which means it's in the most risky place because you cannot trust Afrit. It's very, very bad, very evil, and non-predictable, and very powerful. So if you put your life in the hand of Afrit, that means you are gambling with your life because nobody knows what he would do with you. But here we will see suddenly that the Afrit, he worked for Solomon, and he is a soldier of Solomon, and his specialty is to steal, as all Muslims' specialty. So the Afrit, he said to Solomon, I will bring it to you before you rise from your place. So look how fast he is. So this woman, she is the queen of Yemen, Balkis, and she is more than 1,000 miles away. Yet the Afrit, he have the ability to go there and carry this massive throne made of gold and silver and diamonds, and carry it back all the way to Jerusalem before even Solomon stand up, which means is going to be in the blink of an eye. All right. In fact, in the verse before it, he said that too. And here there's something additional in this stupid Quran. Here you will see it says, one with whom was the knowledge of the scripture said, I will bring it to you within the twinkling of an eye. If you ask Muslims, what is that, a human? The one who have the knowledge, who is that? If there is anyone have knowledge beside God? The verse is so clear, it says, قال الذي عنده علم, the one who have the knowledge said, and he have knowledge of what? Of the book. I can bring it to you before even you blink your eye. So who is this one who have knowledge of the scriptures, yet he can go and come back all the way to Yemen and bring the throne before Solomon blink his eye, which means is, you know, he can do it in a part of a second, not even in a second. If you ask the Muslims, you will find that every Muslim, he give you different story, you know, because they have no idea what is that. The reason they have no idea, Muhammad himself have no idea. Muhammad is copying legions of the Jews, and whatever he hear from the Jews, he put it in his book. So if we ask now the Muslims, Who is the one who have knowledge? Any Muslim can tell us? Any Abdul can tell us what does that mean? Who is this one who have knowledge? Is he a Afrit? Like the previous Afrit? But he is educated in the book? Is he a good Muslim? If he is a good Muslim, and Muslim they claim that they don't steal, why this meeting of thieves, including Solomon? Who gave Solomon the right to steal a throne of a woman? Who gave him the right? I mean, different country, they did not attack him. The bird, he went there, he came back with the story, which is very funny, cartoonic story. All right, who is this one? And then, if you read the Islamic interpretation, you will see extremely funny, stupid interpretation for this verse. Like, let us give it a try. Chapter 27, verse number 40. All right, 27, 40. This is Tafsir al-Jalalain. The one who had knowledge of revealed scriptures, and this was a person, his name is Asif, the son of Barakhaya. What is that? You know, who is this Asif Bani Barakhaya? A righteous individual with knowledge of God, greatest name, which when he invokes supplication for something, it is immediately granted. Ew. I mean, this is must be more powerful than Muhammad and Jibreel himself. The guy he just called Allah, asking for something, it happened immediately. Welcome, Mr. Asif Barakhaya. What happened? I went out the Discord. Guys, did I go out of this Discord? I don't know what happened. Let me see. I don't know what happened. Suddenly I found myself out of Discord. Alright guys, can you hear me? Am I heard? I don't know what happened with this stupid Discord. I think the Afrit. I don't know. I got I was kicked out of Discord. This is the Afrit, you know. This is Asif. Asif, police be upon him. He just asked Allah, you know, to kick me out of Discord, and as you see, you know, his wish granted right away. All right, sorry for this interrupt. Invite your friends. So this Asif is so powerful. It's like he command Allah, you know. He makes supplication and immediately the supplication granted. You know, remember the story of Muhammad. He asked even Allah for forgiveness of his mother. Allah he refused. You remember? Muhammad, he made supplication according to him. to Allah to forgive his mother. Allah refused. But this guy, Mr. Asif, which is an Arabic name, you know, supposedly, if he asks Allah for something, not only Allah, he will do what he asked for, it happened immediately. This is why he said to Solomon, I can bring you the chair before you blink your eye. How he would do it? You know, I mean, how a human can do that? Very simple. He will ask Allah. And it's going to happen immediately. All right? So he said, I will bring it to you before your glance return to you after you look at something. Huh? Look how fast. So he, the Afrit, take the competition now, said to him, look up toward the heaven, which he did, and when his glance returned in the front, he found Balkis a throne placed before him. Allahu Akbar. Like Solomon, he looked up, he looked down, he found the throne. It did not take even a second. This is Islam. So for the one who asked me to continue talking about the topic yesterday about the Afrit and the genie and they can have sex with Muslim women, so here we will see, you see, Islam is a fiction, a stupid cult full of funny stupid stories. You do not need to be genius to find out that this is just so silly and so stupid. Why God want to steal a throne of a woman? What does have to do with believing in God? Like, let us say Solomon, he is a messenger of Allah, as the Muslim claim, and he wants this kingdom to believe in Islam. Is that how we make them believe in Islam? We steal the throne? So people woke up in the morning, they find the throne of the queen is gone? Who took it? The Muslims. Interesting. This is a true, you know, true story and true nature of Islam. Islam is based on theft. Like now, I just heard in the news that Erdogan, he sent the head of his intelligence to Damascus, and he went to our holy church in Damascus, the church of John the Baptist, and the filthiest comeback of Turkey, the head of the intelligence, he was welcomed by thousands of Muslims praising him and praising Erdogan, and he prayed in our church. So it's very well known that Muslims are thieves. They steal your land, and then they claim that this is their land, like Erdogan. And those who call themselves now Syrian, they are not Syrian. Those are not Syrian. Muslims in Syria are not Syrian. Muslims in Iraq are not Iraqi. Muslims in Lebanon are not Lebanese. Muslims in, the only I can say, Muslims in Iran are Iranian. You know? Because those are people who've been forced. Those are not Arab. The Arab, they invade those countries and they steal. And here we see an example how Muslims don't feel guilty about a story supposedly about a great Muslim prophet stealing furniture. I mean, they are so trashy to the point they want to steal furniture. Any Muslim want to come to the stage and tell us what is the like ethic in stealing furniture? Yeah, just to let you know, guys, we decide to go every day at this time. Like, you know, we will go at 7:30 p.m. New York time. Tell your friends. So this will be our fixed schedule because people, they are confused. They don't know really where I'm going to go live. Sometime I go at 3 p.m., sometime 4 p.m., sometime 7 p.m., some etc. So, and I know this is maybe not good news for those who live in Europe. However, I will try from time to time to go even twice a day. So people in Europe, they can join us. So I can go like maybe a special time for people in Europe, and then go later at 7:30 p.m. New York time, and we will go every Saturday, 2:30 to 3 p.m. New York time, which means if you are in Europe, you can always in the weekend join us. All right. So just take a note, and like every day you can check if I am live is going to be by now. All right. And if I am not, that's mean I cannot. But so when I say I will go every day live all the week at 7:30 p.m. New York time, I'm not promising you to go 7 days a week. I'm saying this is my time to be live. So if I could go every day, I will go. If I am tired or have something to do, or you know, we have our life. Even though my life wasted with this filthy Muhammad, right? So just take a note. Do you dare to debate Bill Carson? No, I cannot. You know, I mean, this guys. You see, those people are doing business. I never heard of this guy, but since I watch this video about him with this Christian brother, you know, YouTube start popping up videos. So you know, it's a business. You know, those are actually even some of those, you know, Christians are business too. So all those debates, you know, for me, they don't really. They are not really real. I mean, if I want to debate somebody, he claimed that he have knowledge, right? Let us say I claim to have knowledge on an ancient nation, and when I say knowledge, I claim to be a scholar. Like this guy, he claimed he is one of the top 4 scholars in the world. Yet he don't speak a single language of the Middle East. And here you see that this is a fraud, because no one, like you see, my strength in Islam start from knowing Arabic. Not because I have a degree in Islam, because if I have my degree in Islam from any university in the West, I will not know really what real Islam is, because all my knowledge will be based on false translation. All translation about Islam is false. Like even here, like if you go and open Ibn Kathir, if I show you Ibn Kathir, the books I have of Ibn Kathir, I have it all, the interpretation. Huge, massive. How all of them they become one book? This is Ibn Kathir in English, is a diet Ibn Kathir. So they took everything is embarrassing from Ibn Kathir in Arabic, and they made a small, tiny, short book, and they call it Ibn Kathir Tafsir. So when you learn about any religion, regardless if it's true or false, or you know, culture, if you don't speak the language, and not only speak the language, you have to be really strong in the language and the root of the language, so you can get the keys of understanding. So this is the first step to call yourself a scholar. So can I call myself a scholar in the Bible? No. All those who we hear them in YouTube saying they are scholars, maybe some they have good memory, maybe some you know, they read books, okay, so they became educated, but still their knowledge is based on reading books of others. So if I read a book of someone, he is a scholar in the Bible, all right, a person who speaks 3 languages at least, Aramaic and Greek and Hebrew, and not only he speaks them, he is very well strong in the 3 and the root of the 3, which means he studied the history even of the letters, how they come to existence. So he went far in studying language, not studying to say hello, how you doing. So there is some, you ask me about the Bible, and then because I am not a scholar, especially if you ask a very let us say a question need to be approval by history, or going back to compare with other religion. So how I'm going to answer this question if I don't even, if I cannot read the book which he's talking about? Then the only way for me is to learn from somebody else writing what he said about it. All right, and the best scenario is to read somebody else translating that book. But how we can guarantee that the translation is accurate? You remember always when we read, especially when you speak about Islam, uh, translation never real. Never real. Always they lie in their translation. Any verse in the Quran you will find it's full of false translation, and most of it happened not by accident, but it happened because they want to hide it, so you will not able to know the truth. All right. So anyway, going back, if this guy he claimed to be a scholar, yet he don't speak any of those languages, I find it very funny and very hilarious. All right. These days, everybody is a scholar. Everybody, especially with AI. AI can give you all the answers you are looking for. Right here we go. You become a scholar. Anyway, but just to let you know, AI is a stupid software, and most of the answers of AI are stupid answers too. Like if I use right now, like you remember when we use the translation using Google, which is an AI, right? So I can highlight the words, and then AI will translate for me by clicking here into Arabic. All right. What the AI does, not really translating. Google will look for a perfect match for the Arabic sentence translation, which exists already in the AI, which means in Google. All right. So the most popular translation, Google AI will give it to you, but not necessarily is true. It can be even very wrong. And we know always when we translate, you will see I have to correct Google translation for giving us a very false answer, because simply it's a software, and software is not trustworthy to give you a translation. Like you remember this woman who made a video about, she asked ChatGPT, she asked if Muhammad is a prophet and Jesus is not God, and then ChatGPT told her Muhammad is a prophet and the Bible is corrupt and Jesus is not God. But what she did, this fraud woman, she gave the command to the ChatGPT, says, give me an answer based on the Islamic belief. So she was playing games, and she don't believe in Islam herself. She is just a fraud. She want to make it a click. She know that the Muslim will swarm her video. So AI have nothing to do with reality. AI is just a software. Will tell you what is stored in the internet. Nothing more, nothing less. It's not a thinking software. No matter what they say, it's not a thinker. It is a program. Remember that. So those debate for me, they don't really, I don't consider them a debate. In fact, I never saw a debate even with Muslim. You see, even my debate with Muslims are not debate, because in order to have a debate with someone or between two, both of them, they have to have knowledge, right? So you will notice when I speak to Muslims, even the one who claim to have knowledge, I have to speak to them like a nursing home. So you have to walk them step by step until you trap him. It's like going for a hunt, chasing a cat. There's no debate. A debate will happen between two people. They are strong in knowledge, and they give you an answer based on the knowledge, not based on whatever he think. And I never have a debate with any Muslim. All those years I'm supposedly debating Muslims, I confirm to you I never debated one, because I cannot call it a debate. Those are a bunch of idiots. They jump to defend, but they don't know what they're talking about. When the last time we saw a Muslim, he knows what he's talking about, right? Never. In fact, debating with someone have knowledge is way easier with debating with a fool, because the fool can say whatever he wants. Like if I want to debate Uthman, and then the stupid Uthman, he says to me, in Islam there is many Messiah. I mean, every Muslim would die laughing at him for saying that, but he is stubborn, he insists. Or you know, if you remember, a Christian guy, I think he is from Pakistan, right? In the park, he challenged the Muslim for $5,000 exchange if they can bring him the copy of Uthman, not the original, but supposedly approved one. The stupid Uthman, he went there. He have in his hand a book. It's called Mushaf Uthman, and he was asking, you know, he was asking for the reward, $5,000. But the stupid Uthman, in the same book he presented, in the same book, it says that this book in no way it is the book of Uthman. And this is telling you how stupidity in Islam works. The guy is bringing a book to prove that this is the book of Uthman, and the book itself, it says in no way that this book is the book of Uthman. Which means this idiot, he never even read the book which he brought. You know what I mean? He never did read the book which he is presented as, you know, as an evidence. CP, debate me now, and I will tell you to say Shahada. You know, this is just another kid. If you want to call me, come to Discord. Let us see how good you are. But I am assuming that you are just a joker. Yeah, so going back to the Afrit, this story alone is enough to tell us that Muhammad is a big fraud. I mean, look at the chapter name is the chapter of the ants. Like, you know, the Muslim, they say, just to tell you how much we respect Mary, we have a chapter in her name. Abdul, you have a chapter is called the cow, chapter is called the chair, chapter the spider, chapter the ant. You have a zoo, chapter of the elephant. So don't tell me you are respecting Mary by calling the chapter Mary. Ant. And what is the ant? Well, Suleiman, he will have a conversation with the ant. And the ant, she told the other ants to hide, otherwise Suleiman will crush them. But Suleiman was flying. How he will crush them? If I am flying, and this ant, by the way, what is this value of ants? It's called the value of the ants. Where we can find the value of the ants? According to Muhammad, the value of the ants is where silver and gold grow. Right? If we go just to show you of how truthful Muhammad is. All right. I wish I can play for you some videos, because you will die laughing, but you know, they will have copyright over them. It's the best comedy if I can play them. So let us read together the account of a prophet Solomon and the Afrit. And remember, this Afrit can have sex with your wife, so you better be careful, Muslims. See this Afrit? And his private part will be so big too, you know? Okay. I mean, no wonder that your wife, she will sleep with the Afrit. Like if you see here in the story, here, can a jinn have sex with my wife? Is this hadith is authentic? When a man has intercourse with his wife, he does not name Allah. The jinn coils around his urethra and has intercourse along with him. Islam, you know. And then the answer, yes, absolutely, brother, absolutely. This is true. Prophet never lie, you know. Yeah. As the hadith says, and people who are well aware and have experience of the word jinns know that jinn can have sex with a human, brother. Both male and female. Here we go. The genie is going to F you Muslim men. Excuse me. And even in some cases is reported that jinn human get married to a human. He not only F them, he marry them. All right. This must be true. I mean, Islam have a lot of truth in it. All right. So going now to a story of Solomon. And remember, this is how Muhammad, he promised Muslim men that those women in heaven they will be. Everything in Islam is truthful. This is your virgin women in heaven, which genie will not boom to her. Allah, he promised you that no man and no genie did boom those hur. Now go into the story of Solomon. The account of Suleiman. The story is very long actually, but just to give you an idea what Muhammad taught his people. That Solomon was given a kingdom from the east to the west, and he ruled for 700 years and 7 months, 7 years and 700 years and 7 months and 7 days and 7 minutes and 7 seconds. Every man and jinn, Satan and devil and bird and wild animal were subservient to him. Everybody. This guy controlled the whole world. Forget about Trump. Forget about Alexander the Great. Allah gave him the knowledge of each and everything. Everything. Suleiman, he knows. Anything. Just imagine it. Okay? Okay. And in his times, amazing and powerful miracle occurred. Okay, like what? Suleiman army was about 100 persang, 3,500 mile long. Not long. I mean, just to be honest with you, is that long? No, I don't think so. Right? Okay, if you want me to invite you, don't use a stupid name in your Discord. Otherwise, you will not be invited and I will kick you. Admin in Discord, anyone use bad name, stupid name, just, you know, kick him out of Discord. So again, the army of Solomon is 3,500 mile long. Very short, not a big deal. And then this army is divided 25% human, 25% genie, 25% desert animal, and 25% birds. Okay. And 1,000 houses of glass were made above a wood. This is the flying carpet. In them 300 wives and 700 slaves girls live. Okay. Solomon used to order a strong wind to lift the house. Remember, those houses are in the top of a carpet made of wood. In Arabic we call it bisat, which is not even an Arabic word. To lift the house and order a soft wind to move the houses slowly. Therefore Allah revealed to him that when he was between the heaven and the earth, I have increased your kingship. Allah gave him more, you know. Okay. In such way that anyone speak of. And then if any part of your kingdom anyone spoke, the wind will make his conversation reach to you. So imagine, and I feel sorry for Solomon, imagine you live in a country and then anyone speak, you will hear it. You will go mad. You will go really mad. Imagine he have his army alone, how big it is. Anyone speak, and not only human, even animals, even insect. According to the Quran, the sound, and according to Muhammad, the sound will be heard, and he will understand by Solomon. And then here, speaking about the Bisat, which means the flying carpet, was a flying. One day he traveled from outskirt of Shiraz. Shiraz. Solomon, he was in Iran, in Shiraz. I think at that time it was part of the kingdom of Persia, maybe. Yeah. Toward the Yemen. From Shiraz to Yemen, flying in the flying carpet, okay? He passed in a Medina. He passed where? In the top of Mecca. Hey, my friend, why he is passing to Medina to go there? I mean, he just took a corner. And then Solomon said, this is the place of Hijrah, if you know about Muhammad. And the last prophet. What a good person is he who will believe in him and follow him. When he was passing on Mecca, he saw idol around the Kaaba. At that time, there was Kaaba, there was Mecca, and there was idol around it. On seeing this, Suleiman, Kaaba, he started crying. All right. So I mean, the story is just you know, it's not even good for kids. You know, if you read it, you will find how silly, how shallow, how dummy. However, the important in the story here is that Solomon, when Solomon became a king after his father, he ordered for every rear and a beautiful throne. He want to steal every throne in the world, all right? So that he sit on it and give judgment. Solomon, he cannot make judgment if the throne is not expensive. Come on, you know, it have to be expensive. And the false witness and wrong doer would get scared for coming near it. You see, the point of this expensive throne, that if you are a liar, you will be scared. Okay. Now we know why he want this expensive throne. And the throne was made of ivory and rubies, emerald, and different type of jewels were fixed in it. 4 golden chandelier with bunch of red rubies and emerald were fixed around it. So here, you know, like the story about Solomon, we continue. But you know, I wanna go to something important. When Solomon was flying over the valley of the ants, Solomon described, and Prophet Muhammad confirmed, and then Al-Imam al-Sadiq, he reported that in this valley where the ant are, where the Quran mentioned the valley of the ants, in chapter 27, verse 17-19, this valley is where gold and silver grow. All right? So gold and silver, they grow in this valley because Allah, he grows silver and gold there. And why Allah, he made the silver and the gold to grow in this valley? Because Allah, he made those ants, the weakest creatures, but they are massive in number, are the most powerful army to protect it. All right? So nobody can enter this valley, because if you enter this valley, you know, you guess what will happen to you. Just guess. The ants will eat you alive. All right? So the silver and gold are safe and secure. Don't worry about it. Al-Qaeda and Erdogan, he cannot find it because it is protected by the ants. So here you see how the genie, the flying birds, ants, they meet the story of Allah. All of those are supposedly legitimate stories told by the true prophet of Allah. And now, you know, we know that those stories must be true. I mean, if you don't believe me, ask Elon Musk. He even found a valley of ants in Mars. Do we have any Abdul have a comment about how legitimate the stories of Islam? Anyone? Who is a Muslim would like to join us and share with us the beauty? I mean, this is very beautiful. Ants protecting the valley of gold and silver. Like, look at the wisdom of Allah. And Allah, He grows silver and gold there. You know, He put seed of gold and a seed of silver. He bury it. He send rain, and then gold and silver grow. Now here, that is confirmed to us additional proof that Muhammad must be sent by the true God, Allah. Otherwise, how Allah knew this? How Muhammad he knew those stories? If he isn't a prophet. There's nobody in the world that knew about the valley of the ants except Muhammad and the legions before Muhammad. Any Muhammadan? And remember, the Muslim, when they tell a story, they don't tell it to you unless it is reliable. All right? According to reliable chain of narrators, narrated from Imam as-Sadiq, that when the ant conversed with other, the wind took their conversation. In case you do not know, ants are deaf and mute. Ants, you see, all creatures, they have their own language. Let us make it clear. Even the mute one, like the ants, they communicate by vibration or chemical, but they don't talk. So we can say the vibration and the chemical is their talk. So if an ant, she found food somewhere, she leave a track of chemical behind it. This is why you see a long line of ants even going in the top of each other, because they want to walk in exact the same highway, which is where the chemical is. This is their direction, the chemical. And inside the colony, the ant, they communicate by vibration, by knocking at each other. They knock, you know. So, but they don't talk. If you go in the Quran, you will see the Quran saying that the ant, she said, the ant, she said. All those stories are really, you know, amazing, you know. So when he came to the valley of the ants, one of the ants, not all the ants, one of the ants, let's make it clear, this is the speaker of the house, she said, yeah, and by the way, I saw a video of a Muslim, he says, according to science, they found that the one who is in charge of guarding or alarm the ant is a female. So how the Quran call it female? And it's true, the Quran used the word female. But this potato Abdul, what he is lying about, that for us in Arabic, most of the insects are called female. But doesn't mean they are females because they don't have balls. So we don't have word, we don't have a male. word for ants, which means all ants are females. But this is not because of gender. This is the language. All right. We don't have male ant. Any like as an example, dhubab. Dhubab is a flies. If you speak about one, we say dhubaba. Here we go. It become a female. But this is because it's an insect. So insect usually in Arabic appear as a female, not because we check their balls. And those words are exist before Islam. All right. But they are looking for any proof to improve their religion. Guys, okay, passenger, go ahead, passenger. What do you want to say?
Could you bring my friend up, please, too? Okay, thank you. Man, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear.
I hear you, but your voice is cutting.
I know. Very broken microphone. Sorry.
Let us hear passenger first, if you don't mind, Mr. Man, and I will go back to you. Go, passenger.
Yes.
What do you want to say?
Okay, so I was wondering what your argument was at first.
My argument is, do you believe in the story of the ants and Solomon?
Not too familiar with it.
Well, this is Quran. I'm showing you Quran.
Oh yeah, I haven't studied too much about the story, but I think I've heard of it before.
Okay, do you believe in it or not?
I don't see any reason why not.
Suleiman was flying in the top of a flying carpet, right?
Where do you get that?
It's in front of you. He was flying in the top of a flying carpet, and Allah, He taught him the language of the birds. You see my screen?
I see it, yeah.
All right. So the Quran says Allah, He taught Suleiman the language of the birds. So how Suleiman, he been taught the language of the birds only, and then he is speaking to the ants?
Well, he has ilm al-ghayb. Simple.
It's what?
He has ilm al-ghayb. His knowledge of the unseen.
What knowledge of it? This is seen. This is why he's telling you the story. He told you what he taught him. Did he say to him? Did you say that the Quran says I taught him the language of the birds or the ants? He said the birds, correct?
Okay, correct.
All right. So this is not unseen or seen. Allah already told you what He taught him. That's it. So He taught him the language of the birds. So how Suleiman, he was able to speak to the ants, and ants are deaf. And how the ant, she talk? She's deaf, she's a mute.
Simple. He must have already had the ability before. Allah just didn't say it in the Quran.
Who have the ability?
Sulaiman alayhi salam.
Is that the if he have ability, that means Allah gave it to him, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, but Allah told us what He gave him.
Yeah.
Okay, He told him. He told us. He taught him the language of the birds.
Correct, He did.
Okay, but He did not say. Never said, I taught him the language of the ants.
Simple explanation. If he could speak to the ants, that means Allah must have given it to him.
If you can speak to the ant, you can what?
If you can speak to the ant, that means Allah must have let you and allowed you to.
But Allah, He mentioned what He taught him. You see, if I say I learned German, and then I go and I am speaking to somebody French, and neither German, neither French is my language, that means I should say, well, I learned German and I learned French. Not only I've been taught only German. So now Allah, He taught the language of the birds to Suleiman. Suleiman is speaking to the ants. Now, just to make it more simple, how the ant, she knew that this name of this guy is Solomon?
Because Allah gave the ant knowledge.
The ant, Allah talked to the ant and told her this guy, his name is Solomon?
That makes sense.
It makes sense?
Yeah. How else would they
so
know?
This ant is a prophet?
No, that's not what a prophet is.
Oh, so how she knew? How an ant she can say the word Solomon?
Yeah, you don't need to be a prophet to receive wahi.
Oh, so the and she received inspiration from Allah.
No, that doesn't make you a prophet or a messenger. Like even normal people, like Luqman, could receive wahi.
Like who?
Like Luqman.
Luqman is not a prophet in Islam?
No, not from what I'm aware of. No.
Okay. So when Luqman he said that the most evil voice for Allah is the voice of a donkey, is that a wisdom?
No, he's not infallible. He's not a prophet. He's not a messenger.
But you said to me, but a second ago you told me he received a wisdom from Allah, correct?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he did.
What is the wisdom of saying that the most ugly voice to Allah is the voice of a donkey?
All right, show that verse to me.
All right. You speak Arabic, right?
No, not very well.
No?
I know some basic words, but I'm not very good now.
All right. Chapter 31, verse number 19. Read it.
And be moderate in your walking and lower your voice. Verily, the harshest of all voicing is like the braying of a donkey.
Is that wise?
The harshest of all voices is the braying of the donkey. Yeah, that is wise.
So why Muslim they scream Allahu Akbar loud?
Well, that's on them. That I don't do that. They do that, then
Muhammad do that.
Perfect.
Muhammad he command the Muslim to shout Allahu Akbar to scare the enemy by shouting. So according to this verse, the one who shout loud, he's acting like a donkey.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, so the Muslims when they shout Allahu Akbar, they're acting like a donkey.
Could you prove that? Could you send me like a reference?
There's a billion videos in YouTube Muslims shouting Allahu Akbar, correct?
Sure, yeah. No,
Okay.
they're simple.
And who is the one who command them to shout like this, Allahu Akbar?
You tell me.
Is there someone beside Muhammad? Isn't it your prophet is Muhammad?
Could you prove that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told them to do that?
Okay. Are you Shia or Muslim Sunni?
I am a Shia Muslim.
You are a Shia. All right. Let us see.
All right. Although my friend who was just on the stage was Sunni, so Mr. Man.
Your
just needs
friend,
to fix his microphone.
your friend is a Muslim Sunni?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you want to show that to him, you can. He's just gone for a little bit. He needs to fix his microphone.
No problem. No, I can show you from the Shia. I can show you from Shia source.
Okay, yeah, he's raising his hand right now.
All right. I can show you.
Okay,
here we go.
But yeah, the Sunni one is okay right now since
all those hadith are command to shout Allahu Akbar. You know.
Mr. Man, what do you have to say about this? This is Sunni hadith, yes.
Yeah. All those hadith is about Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
Put it in the chat. I want to read.
Huh?
Can you put in the chat? I want to read the full thing.
All right. Where are you from, my friend? The Muslim Sunni?
I am from Malaysia.
All right, that's wonderful. Do you know a little bit of Arabic?
No.
All right. Do you know like your religion very well, or you are just a Muslim?
Yes, I know my religion.
Do you know your religion?
I know some Arabic words. I know some basic Arabic words.
All right.
And Islamic.
All right. Let's see. Let me share with you this. Muhammad, when he killed people, what he shout? He shout Allahu Akbar, right?
Yes.
All right. So the Quran says that the one who shout with his voice is doing the act of a donkey. Why Muhammad he shout?
Can you show me the verse?
I will just show the verse. You were not listening?
Yes, but he kill the donkey is because it's in the name of Allah. Sorry, my English not very good.
The donkey is the name of Allah?
No. He is going to kill the animal in the name of Allah, not the donkey.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about. He's saying that the one who speak loud, this is chapter 31, verse 19, the one who speak loud, who shout, Allah, he hates such a voice, for this is the voice of a donkey. Right?
Yes.
And you said, and you agreed without even showing your reference, that your prophet, he shout Allahu Akbar when he attack his neighbors.
Yes, but he is not a donkey.
So the Quran is wrong or Muhammad is wrong?
None.
So how? If the one who shout is a donkey, the one who don't shout, Allah like him. Muhammad shout, always shout.
Because he shouted with a reason. He shot with a reason when he killed the animal.
Well, everybody he shout. What the reason? What animal? We're talking about killing the Jews now. So what is the reason to shout when I'm killing an animal? Give me a reason. I want to tell the animal that I'm a Muslim. Why I want to shout when I'm killing an animal? You shout to tell the animal you are a Muslim? Why you are muting yourself? Don't mute yourself.
I don't know.
So you do not know why you are shouting. No problem. Who is this guy Luqman? Any of you knows who is Luqman?
He's a wise man.
What his job in the Quran?
I'm not aware of what his job is.
Okay, is he a Muslim?
I believe so.
What the name of his prophet?
The name of the prophet. Wait, what is that question again?
What the name of his prophet is? He's a Muslim. What is
He's
the
a
name
Muslim,
of
yeah.
his what?
He's a Muslim, yes.
Yeah, but what is the name of his prophet?
Like the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
But Luqman wasn't exist in time of Muhammad. This is a very old, ancient name.
Yeah, so Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was a prophet before the universe was created.
Before the universe was created. What he was?
He was with Allah.
He was with Allah?
Yes, there was one time before anything existed. There was only Muhammad, Ali, Fatima, Hassan, Hussein.
Oh, okay.
With Allah.
So Muhammad and Ali and Fatima and Hassan and Hussein, they were with Allah. Where with Allah? Where? In his house?
No, that was before anything was created. It was only those 6.
Is Fatima and Hassan and Hussein are created, and Ali? Are they created themselves?
Yeah, they're created. No,
They are
Allah created them.
Allah created them?
Yes.
Okay, how they live? I mean, there's no chairs, there's nothing. So Allah created Hassan and Hussein and Fatima and Ali and Muhammad. Why he created them? What he want to do with them?
Because they praised Allah for 6,000 years after their creation.
They praised Allah for 6,000 years after the creation?
Yeah, after they were created, they praised Allah for 6,000 years. Yeah.
I heard that you Shia believe that Allah, he created the Prophet Muhammad from piss.
Prove it. Allah.
Huh?
No, that's not true, because he was the first creation. He was created before anything.
Okay. Who is the one? Actually, sorry. Allah, he created the prophets, all of them from piss. Who is the one who took a trip in the sea for 1,000 of years, and he sweat 124,000 drop of sweat? What his name?
I'm not sure who his name is.
Muhammad. So according to Islam, that your Muhammad, Allah created all the prophets from his sweat, which came from piss, because sweat is a form of piss.
But I don't believe that the prophet has to go to the bathroom, or he doesn't sweat. So.
Well, isn't it you Shia believe in that?
No, because we don't believe he sweats or uses the bathroom.
No. It doesn't say. We did not say he went to the bathroom. We said that Allah created from his sweat the prophets, and sweat is a form of piss.
Well, I don't believe that since the prophet doesn't sweat and he doesn't piss.
Oh, okay. What kind of sect you follow in Shia?
I'm 12er.
You're what?
12er. Ithna Ashari.
Ithna Ashari. Okay. All right.
I Sufi.
All right. So, I don't know how much you know Arabic, but I will try my best to use Google translation to share with you. This is your
Okay, that's fine.
this is your Shia books, and this is Bihar al-Anwar. I'm sure you know about it, right?
I know Bihar al-Anwar.
All right. So this is Bihar al-Anwar, variant number 15, page number 29. Take reference. All right.
Okay.
And here it says that Imam Ali, he said that Allah, he created from the light of Muhammad and his family 20 oceans. Do you agree with that?
I guess so. I don't see any reason why not. No.
Really?
Yeah, of course. What's the issue?
The ocean is created from Muhammad. Is that his base?
No. Everything was
So
created
where the water is coming from if it's not from his base?
No, it's from his nur, because Allah has created everything.
But nur is not light, water. Nur is nur. Nur is light. The word nur means light, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So he created from Muhammad 20 seas.
20 seas? Well, that's no issue. How
Allah
from Muhammad.
How Allah he made from Muhammad 20 seas?
Because Allah ordered Muhammad to create them. Simple.
Oh, Muhammad is the one who created them.
Because that's the basic belief in our belief. Allah created Muhammad and then ordered him to create everything else. Because Allah does not have active attributes.
So Muhammad is the creators of you.
In a sense, yeah.
And he created all mankind.
Well, because Allah doesn't have active attributes, so he gives it to Muhammad.
Okay. He gave it to Muhammad. All right.
Because it's shirk to believe that God has active attributes.
Is it true that the Shia believe that there is an ocean, a physical ocean? It's called the ocean of patient.
I haven't heard of this before.
It's in front of you here.
The ocean of patient.
You see, a second ago, I told you Allah created from Muhammad 20 seas. You said yes. And those are the seas. One sea is a sea of patience. One sea is a sea of praying. The other sea is a sea of being humble. The other sea is the sea of being satisfied. The other sea is a sea of being faithful or loyal. And then the other sea is a sea of wisdom. And then the other sea is a sea of being fearful to Allah. And here the sea of being afraid of Allah. And then, I mean, all of those are seas, one after one, correct?
Okay, yeah, no issue.
But there is a sea between them. It's called the sea of life.
Okay.
All right. The sea, if we drink water from it, we live forever. Oh, sorry. This is a sea of modesty, not sea of life. I will show you sea of life later. So the sea of modesty. So when Muhammad, he went in the sea of modesty, did he learn modesty?
No, because he knew everything. Simple.
So what the point of those seas, and he's going in a journey in each of them? Is he learning? You said no. So why?
He has no need to, but he can.
He don't need to?
He has free will. He doesn't need to. No.
Okay.
He has free will.
All right. All right. And then Allah, he said, "Oh my love," to Muhammad. Do you agree with that?
Ya Habib, right? Is it Habib?
Ya Habibi, wa ya Sayyid Rusuli.
Okay.
Okay. So Allah, he said to Muhammad, "Oh my beloved Habibi, and the master of all my messengers, and the first of my creatures, and the last of my messengers, you are the intercessor on the day of judgment, the bride of light prostrate." Do you agree with that?
Sure.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. And here it says, and remember you said to me the prophet don't sweat. And there he says, and then he stood, and from him He sweat 124,000 drop of his sweat, and Allah created from every drop of his sweat a prophet.
Would you translate that?
So in front
Drops of water poured on him, not sweat. Because I don't believe he sweats.
so the water is dropping
If there's
from
a
him,
hadith,
huh?
if there's a hadith that says he sweats or uses the bathroom or anything like that, that's a hadith from the Muqassirin, and I reject it.
Your prophet, his butt was blocked.
Oh, he never. No, he's Rabb al-Dunya. He doesn't need to use the bath. He never used the bathroom.
Okay. Do he have
So,
sex?
yeah.
Do he have sex?
From what I've known, well, he can if he wants to, because he is the Rabb of the world.
No. Do he have sex or not? You know, don't tell me I don't know.
If he wanted to, he could have. Yeah, I don't
So,
see any reason why he
okay,
didn't.
so his penis can drop, right?
What do you mean by that?
Well, if you have sex, that means you have orgasm.
No, he has. I don't believe he has orgasm. No.
So how Fatima, she is his daughter? Who is the one orgasm? Who is the one who made the orgasm for the wife of Muhammad? If Muhammad never have orgasm, according to you?
No, because Muhammad الَّذِينَ لَمْ يَلِدْ وَلَمْ يُولَدْ. Use that verse from Surah Ikhlas on him. That's what I do.
Muhammad
Simple.
lam
He does not
yalid.
beget, nor is he begotten.
Okay, so
He
this
does not beget, nor
is
he
about
begotten.
Muhammad, not about Allah, huh?
It's about both.
So Muhammad and Allah both, they did not give birth, huh? And nobody is equal for them, huh?
Yeah. الَّذِينَ لَمْ يَلِدْ وَلَمْ يُولَدْ. Yes.
Okay, so who is Fatima? She is the daughter of whom? If he never gave birth.
Ibn Rasulullah, yeah, daughter of the Prophet.
But you just said the Prophet never gave birth. You said he don't have he don't have orgasm.
No, he doesn't.
So how his daughter came to exist? Who is the one?
Because Allah directly created Fatima with his light.
So Allah, he created Fatima. So why Muhammad need to marry Khadija to have Fatima? If Allah created Fatima,
he didn't.
huh?
He didn't. No, he didn't.
Muhammad did not marry Khadija.
He didn't need to.
We're not talking about he didn't need to. Obviously he need to, because he married her, and according to you Shia, and I believe Muhammad never have kids, neither Fatima or any, because Khadija, she was an old woman. She have many husbands before Muhammad, and those are the children. Those are the children of a previous husband. She killed them. She took their money, and now Muhammad, he killed her and he take her money. But now we go to the topic. So if Fatima is the daughter of Muhammad, and you are saying to me Muhammad never have orgasm, so Allah, he created Fatima inside the belly of Khadija without Muhammad having sex with Khadija?
No issue, yeah. Simple.
Where do you get this knowledge from?
We have a long hadith about it. Let me find it.
All right. You yourself, if your wife, she gave birth to a child and you never have orgasm with her, or you will be upset, or you will be accepting that this is going to happen to your wife the same as happened to, you know, Muhammad?
It's the same thing that happened with Maryam alayhi salam.
No, in the case of Maryam, you know, this is not about orgasm. There's no orgasm.
Yeah.
This is why the Quran confirmed that she was a virgin, correct?
Yeah, and in the same way that, Maryam alayhi salam, she is a virgin. In the same way that the Holy Spirit blew Isa alayhi salam into Maryam, the Holy Spirit blew Fatima alayhi salam into Khadija, although Fatima alayhi salam is the Holy Spirit.
Ah, I see. Fatima is Holy Spirit?
Yes, she is the Holy Spirit.
But a second ago you said Holy Spirit blown into Fatima.
Yeah, there's 4 different Holy Spirits, yeah.
There's 4 Holy Spirit, 4 different, what do you mean?
Yeah, there's 4.
Okay, what do you mean there's 4 Holy?
So
give me
there's
the
a
definition.
Holy Spirit.
Who is the first Holy Spirit?
Muhammad.
Muhammad himself is a Holy Spirit?
Yeah.
Is he a physical being or he is a spirit?
He's both.
He's both.
There's 2 natures.
Ah, he have 2 natures.
Mhm.
So, and who is the second Holy Spirit?
There's Muhammad, Fatima, and Jibreel, and Mikael. Those are the 4.
What about Ali?
Ali? No.
Oh man, I feel sorry for him. Why?
That's not what Allah has delegated for him. He's delegated other things to Ali.
Like what?
Ali خلق السماوات والأرض.
Ali is the one who created the heaven and the earth?
By the order of Allah.
But a second ago you told me Muhammad created everything.
All 14 Ma'sumin did. Simple.
No, my friend, if we go back, if we rewind the tape, you said that Muhammad created everything.
Yes, Muhammad. Yes, Allah created the universe. Muhammad created the universe. Ali, exactly. All 14 Ma'sumin.
Let us one by one. Allah created what? You said He created Muhammad and Ali and Fatima and Hassan and Hussein, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Then Allah, He commanded Muhammad to create everything, you said, correct?
Yes.
But now you said that the one who created the earth and the heaven is Ali.
Yeah, they both have the same nafs. They are both the same nur. Exactly, they're the same.
Is Muhammad is the same person as Ali?
Absolutely, yes. They both have the same nafs.
No. Is it one person or two?
From the apparent, from what we see, it's two, but in reality, it's only one.
Oh, so the one person Ali was having sex with the one person Muhammad, which is Fatima. Is Fatima is one person with them too?
All 14 Ma'sumin are on Wahid. Yeah, they're all one. They're
So-
all one nur.
So,
It just
when Ali
appears
was
to us.
having sex with Fatima, he was having sex with himself?
No, because they're all nur. They don't have physical bodies. They're all just nur. It looks
What
like
do you
they
mean they don't have physical bodies? So how, if they don't have physical body, how they killed Hussein? How Fatima, she have abortion when Umar knock her door and he tried to burn the house? Have you ever heard of somebody, he have nobody, but she have abortion?
No, because simple. She didn't die. Nobody died. They're all alive today.
Fatima is alive.
Yeah.
And,
didn't know
and
this about
Muhammad
our
is alive.
beliefs.
And Ali is alive.
Yeah.
So why you have
Yeah.
why you have a graves for them?
There's no need.
What do you mean there's no need?
Because also,
You Shia
the only
are
need
number
for- the
one
only
people
need
in
for
the
their
world who
graves-
go from around the world just to kiss the dirt of the grave.
only-
So
the
is
only-
Muhammad now in the grave or he's not?
He is and he isn't. On the apparent form he is, but on the
In the
reality,
appearance he
his nur
is, but in reality he is not.
pretty much, yeah. Because you know the verse where it says the world shines from the light of its Lord.
It says what?
You've heard of that verse before. There's a verse in the Quran that says that the world shines with the light of its Lord.
The
This is
word
Muhammad's
shide
The world shines from the light of its Lord.
from the light of who?
Of its Lord.
I don't understand the last word.
Of its Lord. Lord.
From his Lord?
Yeah, the world shines from the light of its Lord.
I don't know. Can you say it to me in Arabic?
I don't know what it is in Arabic.
Okay, I don't know what verse you are talking about. Are you talking about the word it says Sirajan?
I'm not sure because I don't know what it is in Arabic.
Okay, who is the light shine? The light shine from who? From Muhammad
Yes,
or from Allah?
Muhammad.
Not from Allah.
Yeah, because Allah does not have active attributes. That's shirk.
Okay, so when the Quran says that Allah is the light of the earth and the heaven, is that Muhammad?
Yeah, it could be. So Muhammad, Allah.
What do you mean
Muhammad to
could
the
be?
light.
I want you to confirm. A
Because
second
Muhammad's
ago,
light is the
you said
Muhammad's
Allah
light.
don't.
Yeah, they're both the same. Same. They both have the same. They both come from the same nur. Muhammad's nur is from Allah's nur.
No, but a second ago you said no, Allah don't. You said Muhammad is.
All right, this verse. Let me see. Allah is the light of the heavens and the earth. Okay, then I'm mistaken. I'm corrected then.
All right. Is Allah physical?
No.
So why he is saying he is the same as a tree?
No.
It says he
We
is
have
the same as a
esoteric.
tree.
This is-
He even
this is
he
esoteric.
named
It's
himself
not-
as
it's
an
not what it means. It's
he
not what it means.
he named himself
If you
as an
take-
olive tree, and he is
If
the
you take
same
the
as a
literal
physical
meaning of it-
lamp.
If you take the literal meaning of it, yeah, but I take an esoteric meaning.
Okay, is Nur, the word Nur, is it physical or not physical?
It's not physical.
Okay, so Allah here is not a physical light, right? Because light is
No.
physical.
Yeah, because light is not physical. No, it doesn't have atoms.
Okay, so Allah is a light, but He is not physical, so He does not exist.
No, photons. You know what a photon is, right?
Photon is
Photons
real.
exist. They're just not
Photon is
atoms.
physical.
Yeah.
Photon is
They're
physical.
not. No, it can't be physical if you don't have atoms.
Does it travel?
Yes.
Okay. When we say it travel, is that something physical moving or no?
Doesn't have to be. No, because atoms are physical. For something to be physical, it needs to be comprised of atoms and molecules. A photon is just a light.
The photon is a light and it's not physical.
No, it's not.
So how the photon move if it's not physical?
You don't need to be physical to move. That's that doesn't make sense. The photon, it only shows us the light from something that is physical. Like, for example, my keyboard. I see lights coming from my keyboard
Uh-huh.
because there's photons coming from it,
Uh-huh. But
and then it goes into our eyes.
all right. So, but the photon, the one you call it photon, is it happening because of something moving or because it is still?
Something moving. The photon moves, yeah.
The photon is what?
The photon moves, yeah, because it moves from the command of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Oh, the photon move because of the command. Okay, of Prophet Muhammad. So the photon,
Yes, alhamdulillah.
so the photon is a radio wave commanded by Muhammad, correct?
It is not a radio wave. No, radio waves are different than photons.
I thought it is a radio wave.
It's a light. A radio wave is different than a photon.
Okay.
It is a light.
I see. Do you have like are you an engineer, electric engineer or something?
I am not.
So what is your education?
I'm in high school.
In your high school they taught you this?
Yeah.
Oh,
This is what I've learned.
I see. But in the high school, I don't know if they taught you that the photon is commanded by Muhammad.
No, they didn't teach me that.
What about the proton?
The proton is something in an atom, correct? It's just some quark in an atom.
But is it commanded by Muhammad?
Everything is. I believe in Walaya Taqwiniya. So everything.
So now,
everything,
like now in Syria,
yes,
they have no electricity. That's because Muhammad commanded the photon and the proton not to move, correct?
Sure, yeah. Well, in Syria,
okay.
they're Nawasib. Yeah.
I see. That must be true.
Yeah.
Okay. What else?
Alhamdulillah, yeah, the Nawasib, Israel is bombing them, thankfully. Yeah.
So it's not because of Israel, because of Muhammad.
Well, yeah, they're Nawasib. They hate the Ahlul Bayt and they got punished for it.
I see.
Simple. Yeah, because I believe in Walaya Taqwiniya.
Okay. What else Muhammad he can command?
Anything as long as Allah commands him to do it.
Can he command his wives?
Well, yeah, if Allah commands him to, yeah.
No,
He is Mashiach. He is the will of Allah.
A second ago you told me Muhammad he can command even the photon.
Yeah.
What about the wives, his wives?
He can.
So why Muhammad in the Quran he could not control his wives?
Can you send me the ayah?
You never heard of Muhammad having fight with his wives?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, but for me, Quran Muharraf, I don't even recite this Mus'haf in my prayers.
What is your Quran?
Yeah.
I know the Quran, a Muslim Shia have different Quran, everyone have his own. What is the Quran you like to read?
Well, I go on a website called hubaali.com. It's not like any actual Mus'haf.
Can you give me a link?
Yes, I can.
All right.
I can. It's Quran with tafsir. That's what I read from. I'll just send it in the stage chat.
But it doesn't have the same Quran the Muslim Sunni they read.
It's not the same.
Not
the same. It has different Arabic. The ayahs are different. Like in Surah Muhammad and Surah Ali Imran, there's many ayahs which are different. So
I see. Okay,
I just sent the link.
I'm waiting for you, to give me the link so we can read there.
I just sent it in the stage chat.
Oh, okay, hold on. All right. Does it have all the verses in the Quran or no?
It has all the verses in the Quran, yeah.
All right. I mean the Quran of the Shia. I'm talking about the Quran of the Shia.
Yes. Well, there are some verses. There's about 11,000 that we don't have access to, though.
There's 11,000 verses. 11 verses, you cannot have access to them. What happened then? The goat ate them?
No, Uthman burned them.
Oh, Uthman burned them. Who commanded Uthman to burn them? Muhammad?
No, Shaitan. Shaitan commands all bad, and Muhammad commands all good.
Muhammad, he command even the photon.
Yeah.
When it's come to his Quran, he stay watching?
No, he had no reason to intervene. It's a test for his ummah.
Muhammad, he have no reason to intervene?
No, because it's a test from Allah.
This is his book.
Yeah, it's a test for the ummah if they're going to follow Uthman or Ali.
All right. If I wanna find here chapter 66 verse number 4, can we find it here?
Yeah, you can find it. Yes.
Okay, let's
You
see.
can find any verse here.
64, 66. All right. And then we go to verse. Oh, this is a PDF.
It is a PDF. Yeah.
All right. So here, if we go down, okay, the verse after it. You see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. In the verse number 4, it says, if you both repent to Allah, He has inclined both your heart. And if you back each other against him who?
Against him, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
All right. So now the women, the wives of Muhammad, are against Muhammad. Okay.
Yeah,
So-
Aisha and Hafsa. Yeah.
All right. So now they are against him. And
Yeah.
then, if you are going to go against him, surely Allah is his guardian.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yeah, I do.
And so are Jibreel. Do you agree?
Of course, yeah.
Okay. And the corrector of the mu'mineen, who is this corrector?
Where does it say that? Or the corrector of the mu'mineen?
Yeah.
I would have to see the tafsir. Could you scroll down a little bit
Okay.
for that?
No, it's in our, it says Salihul Mu'min. Let's say it is the best of the mu'mineen. And then all the angels, do you agree? All the angels will back
All the
him?
angels? Sure.
All right.
Yes.
So imagine you told me that Muhammad is the one who created everything in the world, including his wives. But yet he cannot
the
even
order of
control his wives. And
Yeah.
now he need the following names to support him in his fight with two women. They are 5 foot tall. Count with me.
No,
Allah.
He doesn't need them. He doesn't need the. He doesn't need the.
No, he
these
need
angels
to.
help.
No, he need to, because obviously he could not control them.
Scroll down and see what it says about 66:4.
Where? You want to see where?
Yeah, scroll down.
Here?
There's the tafsir under it.
Okay.
A little bit more.
All right.
Wherever it mentions 66:4, just scroll down a little bit more. Might take maybe a few pages down. Wherever it says 66.
I don't see where it says.
There's. Right. It's right there. Yeah.
Here?
And so Salih al-Mu'mineen is Imam Ali alayhi salam. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
So
where it
now,
says 66.
so now Muhammad, he could not control his wives, so he need the backup of Allah and Jibreel and Ali and the angels and all the good believers to fight two women, correct?
He didn't need them. No.
If you do not need them, that means the whole story is false. We do not need them. So what this drama is about? It is a
It's to
threat.
intimidate them.
It is a threat
It is.
made by Allah.
Yes,
Who,
it is.
who is the one
Yes.
who said this a threat? Is it Allah or Muhammad?
Where does it say it's a threat?
Yeah, he's saying to them, if you don't behave yourself and repent, Allah will exchange you, will divorce you, and do exchange. Because at that time, the Muslims, they practice exchange. You take my wife, I take your wife. So he said to them, if you don't behave yourself and repent, I will exchange you. Right?
Okay. Okay, sure. Yeah,
Okay.
I agree.
Okay.
If he wanted
So
to, he could
now,
change them. Yeah.
so it's a threat. It's a threat. So
It is.
Allah
Yes,
making a
it is.
threat. Okay. So if Muhammad is in control, why he need Allah even to make a verse? Why he need? It says Mawlah. What the word Mawlah mean?
Like master, right?
So Jibreel is the master of Muhammad?
No, other way around.
No, it says in
Mawla can
Arabic.
mean-
It says in Arabic ها فإن
Where
الله
does
هو مولاه وجبريل وصالح المؤمنين. Allah and Jibreel and the believers and the angels are the Mawla of Muhammad.
show me the verse.
You forgot?
Yeah, I didn't see the exact verse. It's a little bit up.
All right, let's go back to 6:4.
56:4. Okay.
Here we go. Read it.
Okay, if you both repent to Allah, then He has inclined both your hearts. And if you back each other against Him, then surely Allah, He is His guardian. It said in the translation of this, it means guardian. So Jibreel and Allah are guarding Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So Allah is His guardian, and so is Jibreel and Amir al-Mu'mineen. And the angels that are back.
Mawlah, not only guardian. Mawlah, it's mean you told me yourself, master.
Master, guardian, it can even mean Rabb.
Okay, so now they are the master of Muhammad. Okay, who is the master of Muhammad? Allah. And the angels and Jibreel and the Muslims.
In this context, it means guardian.
Okay, if Muhammad is the creator of the world, why he need guardian even from those?
He doesn't. He uses them to intimidate Aisha and Hafsa.
Intimidation. So it's just a false threat.
No.
It's just a talk in the air, like, you know what? I want to intimidate you. If you don't obey me, I will get the gang.
No issue.
You just said that. You said you just had to intimidate them.
Yeah, I see no issue.
If I do something like, you know, somebody want to attack me, I show my gun, but I'm not intended to shoot him, but just I want to intimidate him. This is what you're saying. So Muhammad,
people do that in Chicago.
Okay, so Muhammad, that mean if Muhammad, you remember you said to me that Muhammad, he is in control, he do not need to. So Muhammad, if he is in control, he do not need to intimidate them by those names. He can intimidate them by himself. So Muhammad, what you are saying to me, Muhammad is a potato. Maybe he is so short. Maybe he's so short, and he's so skinny, you know, skinny like Zakir Naik. And those women are so big and fat, and they beat the hell of him. And Muhammad give up. He do not know what to do. So now he is telling them, I will bring my mommy and my daddy and my uncle and the angel Jibreel and Allah and all the believers, and furthermore all those who support me if you don't repent. Okay?
No, that's not what happened whatsoever. No.
Well, this
he just wanted to teach the gang a lesson. That's why.
Let us go back to zero. Why he is asking for the help of all those? You said to intimidate them. You said that yourself.
Where did he ask for help? They just appeared.
What do you mean just appear? Nobody came. Muhammad is telling them. None of those people came to them. Muhammad saying to them, Allah told me to tell you this.
Because Allah told Muhammad that, yeah, if they don't repent, then
okay.
Allah,
so,
Allah
but you said to me, the reason for that to intimidate them, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it worked.
So it worked. Okay. So it did not work until Muhammad told them, I will call Allah and I will call Jibreel and I will call the believers and all the angels if you keep beating me. And then it worked.
Why'd you do it in a Zakir Naik accent?
Before that, it didn't work.
Why did you do it in a Zakir Naik accent?
I'm not talking like Zakir Naik. Zakir Naik, you don't talk like this. Zakir, how you talk? Good breath. First of all, you are making up a story. And those are Thian, they are making up a story. I don't believe in the Thian. Zakir Naik, the guy is a Shia.
Okay, let's just say that it's not Zakir Naik. Let's get back on topic then.
Okay. So?
Okay.
So was that a real threat or just intimidation?
It was both. It was an intimidation and threat. If they didn't stop, then
okay.
They would have.
You know what?
They would have been
just to show everybody how Shia are awkward and backward. Did Aisha get intimidated? No.
Of course she did.
Isn't you Muslim Shia say that Aisha and Hafsa they killed Muhammad by poison?
I do. Yeah, I do believe that.
Okay, how she was intimidated and she went farther and killed him. Not only she is not obeying him, she killed the guy. But you said it worked.
Yeah, she was intimidated at first.
What do you mean intimidated? So you intimidate me, so I kill you? Is that how intimidation works? If you intimidate me, if you intimidate me, I will run away. I will not kill you. So you're saying to me it worked. So now Allah,
'cause
Allah,
it
He
worked for a few
threatened.
years. It
Oh.
worked for a few years, and then the Gahba poisoned
It
him.
doesn't matter. So are you saying to me that the intimidation of Allah expired?
No. It's
So?
just she was intimidated by
So what
first, and
if
then
it's
Shaitan overpowered her.
no? But first of all, according to you Shia, that Aisha and Hafsa, they were putting poison slowly for him, so nobody will
No,
notice
not
that.
slowly.
Not
No.
slowly?
No, all at once. All at once.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you have reference for that?
Yes, I do. It's in Tafsir al-Ayyashi.
Can you give me the link so we can read together?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I can.
All right.
Fine. Ya Rabbi Muhammad. I do have to pray in like 10 minutes, so this will probably be our last discussion, but I'll look for it right now.
Do you pray?
I have to pray in like 10 minutes.
Do you have a rock?
I do. I have Turba.
Why you put the rock in front of your head? Can you tell the people?
I don't need to. I just do it because it's mustahab.
But why? Why you do it? Why you do it?
Because it's from the command of Allah.
Allah
Yeah.
command you to put a rock on your head when you
No.
pray?
No, because I do sajda on the earth, the natural earth. It doesn't have to be a rock.
So it's what?
You can do anything that's natural, anything from the earth.
Natural,
I've
like
done
what?
sajda on a leaf. For several months I used to do sajda on a leaf.
Excuse me, when you say natural, what are you talking about? Is that a banana?
Anything that's from
A banana?
anything from the earth.
A banana?
Anything organic.
Organic?
You can do it on a banana if you
Okay.
want. Sure.
Manure is organic. Do you put manure under
No,
your
it's
head?
not.
Huh?
No, your nur is najis.
You said organic. Everybody heard you.
Yeah, organic. Yes.
Okay, manure is organic.
If it's organic, as long as it's tahir, fine. You can do it.
As long as what?
As long as it's tahir. Organic
How
and
shit
tahir,
is
that's it.
pure, my friend? It is shit. How the shit is pure? You said to me,
It's
tahir.
najis. It's najis. It's najis.
Hold on. Are you saying to me that shit is dirty, but you are saying to me you put under your head when you pray anything is organic?
No. If it's organic and tahir, I should have specified.
Okay, name for me one thing is organic and tahir.
Soil.
Soil?
Soil, yeah.
Is it tahir?
Soil is tahir, yeah. Same with leaves.
Don't dogs piss on it?
If a dog pissed on it, then don't pray on it. Get clean soil.
According to science, you go to high school. If we take a little dirt and put it in the laboratory and to test, aren't you going to find a lot of bacteria in the dirt?
If you do, then don't pray on it.
Something
clean.
There's bacteria everywhere. There's bacteria even in the air.
Yeah, there is.
So what tahir?
That's not what-
So
that doesn't make something
what tahir
natural.
mean exactly?
Tahir is something pure that you can pray on, or something that you can touch.
Okay.
Something that it's
Let
the
us go
opposite
back to
of
zero
najis.
because you said you want to go to pray. Why?
And like, no, I have some
Why the Shia they put that rock under their head? Tell everybody, not me.
Okay, we do this because we have to pray on anything that comes from the earth.
Well, just put your head in the earth. You do not need a rock. I mean, you are praying
I
on
don't
the
pray on
ground.
that carpet. No.
You are
It's
praying.
bid'ah.
You are praying on the ground. Why you need? Remove the carpet.
My room is just carpet. There's no floor.
Well,
There's no
isn't it
actual
the carpet
floor.
is organic
There's no
too?
carpet. Carpet? No, it's not. It's not organic.
Why they are making it from the butt of the cow?
I don't know what this could be synthetic. I don't know what kind of
Ah,
carpet it is.
okay. Are you sure from what you are saying to me?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I don't know. Like always, if you go in the security in any Islamic Iraqi country or Shia country, you will find every Shia, he have a rock in his back. The first thing you would think that you are smuggling rocks from Mars, maybe. Okay. Anyway, you said you want to go and pray, so I will let you go pray, and you come back, my friend, and give me the link you mentioned.
Okay, yeah, inshallah. But if you ever want to discuss my other friend, he's probably gonna raise his hand after me. Okay.
No problem. No problem.
Okay. I had a good discussion though. Okay.
You're
Yeah, I'll
welcome.
go pray now.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Where is his friend, the Muslim Sunni from Malaysia? So guys, Muhammad, he is the creator of the whole universe, yet he cannot control two women. And then he intimidate them. And now it work. It work, brother. It work. He intimidated them, and then they killed the guy. How it work? So now there's two women. They are shouting at me. I intimidate them. They kill me. And you are saying to me, it work? And this is the one who created the universe. He was killed by poison from Walmart, made for rats. It work. It work. All right. Yeah, it work. And you know, everybody is his guardian. I mean, who is left? Al Qaeda, ISIS, Al Hashd al-Sha'bi in Iraq. All the militant group of Islam are now coming to support Muhammad against two of his wives. I mean, look how strong his personality is. Thank God at that time Muhammad don't have a Facebook. Otherwise you will see all the scandals. Help, help, my name is Ali Dawa and my wife are beating me, but don't worry, I will intimidate them. I told them Allah is my guardian, and not only Allah, and Jibreel too, and not only Jibreel, every Muslim, and not every Muslim only, furthermore all the angels. Brother, still they are scared. In fact, they are now putting their nails on my neck. But by the way, my intimidation is working. Brother, they just put poison for me. I'm dying. Oh, I'm dying. I intimidate them at work. The intimidation worked very well, to the point they are killing me. What the heck? What kind of movie this movie is? That is the intimidation at work? I mean, I never heard of such an intimidation. You know? That is the most funny, weird intimidation ever. Hilarious intimidation. Therefore, based on what you said to me, I will never intimidate my wife, man, if I get married. Because then I will end dead. You know? You intimidate those two women, and because it worked, they killed him? That's a lot of shish kebab. That's so good. Yeah, it worked, you know? I mean, I don't know what is the name of the thinker who told you those stories, but he must be a philosopher and he smoke. He smoke a lot. You know? A lot of hashish. Where is the guy, your friend? He is not putting his hand up. You know? I'm telling you, Islam is very, very powerful, man. So good. Do we have any Abdul want to intimidate us? Anyone? Don't worry, it work. The Prophet was intimidating his wives. And not to mention, by the way, that here when Allah is saying to him, I will exchange your wives, I will exchange them if they don't behave. But previously, Allah told Muhammad, from now on, you cannot exchange your wives, which is a clear contradiction for the Quran. Any Muhammadan? Anyone? What happened to the guy who said he wanna come and debate us, the Muslim Sunni guy? He's out? Yeah, that guy from Malaysia, you know, that would be good if this guy from Malaysia, he can talk to us. His name is, this guy, his new guy, his name is Ashur. Why he is saying he is a Muslim and he called himself Ashur? Fake name. Any Abdul? Hmm? Who is Abdul would like to join us? I don't know how many of you is really convinced Muhammad, he created the whole universe, brother. And Muhammad and Fatima and Hassan and Hussein and Ali, those are not human. They are light. And Muhammad, Allah, he sent him in the sea. In fact, he created the sea from Muhammad. And Muhammad, he sweat. And from every sweat, Allah created a prophet. Where is comfort? Let us see what he have.
Hello,
Hello, hello.
how are you, bro?
I'm fine.
Bro, I have one question,
Uh-huh.
like about the aura of a slave woman. Was the aura of a slave woman the same as men?
The private part of a slave woman the same as men?
No. Like covering a body, like men have to cover from navel to the knees. Was
Uh-huh.
it the same for the slave women?
No, slave women, they don't have even an aura, because women, she's a slave, she is not allowed to cover. She is, she should expose whatever her master told her to do. As an example, there is a story of Omar beating a slave woman because she tried to dress like a free woman. So he did beat her, and he told her, "Are you trying to make yourself equal to free women by covering yourself?" So what people do not know, that burqa was made not for the modesty reason. It was for protection from being raped. So a slave woman, when she go in the street, she have to be uncovered, exposing herself, even her breast. You know, the master, he can even make her go in the, like in the story of Omar, the woman, her breast was hitting all over. She is topless. So in the street, in order for the Muslim to know who is a free woman and who is a slave woman, the hijab or the burqa was the way. So a slave woman, she is not allowed to wear burqa, for this is only a dress code for a free woman. So when they see a woman, she is not covered, that means she is available. And this is why we see in the Quran, Allah, he allow Muslim men to use his slaves as prostitute. And
Yeah.
when the
Let
Muslim women, they complain, he said to them, force not your slaves, girls, to do prostitution if they choose chastity. However, if you do so, which means you force them, Allah is all merciful. So there is no penalty, and it's not forbidden, it's not haram to do prostitution, as long you are doing it using slave girls, not free women. If you use a free woman, this is against Islam, because a free woman is a Muslim. Slave woman is non-Muslim usually. So there's some women who convert to Islam after becoming a slave, hoping that they will be freed or they will not be abused. Still the Muslim abuse them. All right?
exactly. Yeah.
All right. That's it?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Do we have any Muhammadan who would like to join us? Any Muhammadan would like to join us? Yeah, the dress code is just to differentiate between a free and slave. Have nothing to do with modesty. You see, this is why in the hadith it says that Aisha, she decorated a slave girls. What decorated mean? Expose her beauty. So she decorated a slave girl, and she let her go in the market. So young men, they will chase her, harass her, and follow her to her house. And then Aisha, she sleep with them. And this is hadith, is not a Shia hadith only, it's a Sunni hadith. Let me see if I can find it for you in English. You know, remember when Aisha, when Muhammad he died, Aisha, she was 17 going in her 18. So she is horny. The husband, when he was alive, he was not able to do it. So imagine, and Muhammad, he forbid his wife from marrying any of his wives. She cannot marry after him. So how they can satisfy their sexual needs? That's what you do it. Let me see if I can find it for you in English. All right. If we could not find it in English, we will show it in Arabic and use Google Translation, no problem. All right, this is the book of Al-Musannaf. The name of the book is Al-Musannaf, written by Ibn Abi Shaybah. It says here, from that Aisha, she decorated a woman, slave women, and she walked with her between the roads of Quraysh. And she said, perhaps we can hunt some of the young men of Quraysh. Aisha, she went in a hunt. Go ahead, group.
ACP,
Go ahead.
how you been, brother?
I'm fine.
That's good to hear. I was in the chat right now with arguing with a Christian brother, and he was saying that Islam is an Abrahamic religion. That's not true, correct?
Absolutely
my
not.
question.
Absolutely false. Whoever claimed to be Christian and say Islam Abrahamic is a donkey.
Exactly.
Yeah, because simply,
Thank
you know,
Uh-huh.
to be Abrahamic, then we have to believe in the God of Abraham. The God of Muhammad is not even a spirit. So if we go first page in the book of Genesis, you will see that God is a spirit, correct?
100%.
So when they say, I mean, this is a statement of those who they are ignorant, and they claim that they knew what they are. They claim they knew Christianity, and they claim that they knew Islam, but in fact they know none, and they are not Christians too, because a simple thing to know, the nature of God. The nature of God of Islam have nothing to do with the nature of God in Christianity. He is not holy. His ethic is horrible. He is satanic by teaching and acting, and he is not a spirit. Our God is holy. He is a spirit, and his teaching is holy, and his act is holy. And they have different names. So what Muhammad did actually, he did that, like he took some names from Judaism and Christianity, in order to to confuse people who they are Christians and Jews. So to appeal to them, he would say, look, listen, I believe in Mary, she was virgin. I believe in Abraham, So he will give you names which are, they ring a bell for you, in order to make himself appeal to you so he can fool you. So I can say that if a fool like Muhammad can fool you, how foolish are you? All right?
Yeah, he was saying something like they believe in Abraham. I said, yes, they say they do. They also say they believe in Isa, but Isa is not the same Jesus that we believe in.
First, the Muslims, they have a wrong Abraham. They don't even know what Abraham means. In fact, the Quran, and the name of the Quran is written wrong. One place is called Ibrahim, one place is called Abraham. So Muhammad, when he learned more from the Jews, he started using the word Abraham. Before he knew very well from the Jews, he was calling him Ibrahim. He is ignorant even about the name. Same happened to Jesus. So Yeshua suddenly became Isa. Who's Isa? We never heard of him. You will not find one Christian person ever heard of the name Isa before Islam. Never. So Muhammad is an ignorant person. As an example, just to show you that not only their God is invalid and their knowledge is false, if you go and read about Abraham, as long as you mention Abraham, according to Muhammad, the name of the father of Abraham is Azar.
I don't know what that means, Azar.
Azar
like
mean,
money, right?
Azar means stupid in Aramaic.
Sorry about that.
In the ancient Aramaic. So the stupid Muhammad, he heard the story from those two slaves who they are captured from Iraq, and they are obviously either Chaldean or Assyrian. That Abraham, he said to his father, stupid, do you take idols? So Muhammad, because he did not know what Azar mean, he thought this is the name. So suddenly the name of the father of Abraham became stupid. Hey, stupid. Hey, brother, prophet, question, prophet. What is the name of the father of Abraham? Azar. Don't you see? He said, I mean, is it normal somebody, he says to his father, Azar, why we have to name him? It is 10th father for him? Like, I can accept this if he says to his uncle Azar, let us say it's a name, uncle, because maybe he have many uncles. But in the case of the father, there's only one father, You don't say, he said to his father, and then like he said to his father John. Hold on. If we know already the father, there is no need to say the name John. He just said, either you say, he said to his father and done. Like, do we have 10 fathers? But Muhammad, because he's a mule, he do not know what Azar mean. As many words in the Quran. As an example, if you go to chapter 36, Yasin. Yasin. Okay, what Yasin? Yasin. Ya is a word meaning God. Sin is the name of the God. So, but this is the moon God. If you ask Muslims,
was La.
huh?
I thought the moon god was La.
The moon God have many names. La, Sin,
Okay.
depend in the territory. Sin is the most known name in Europe and in the Mediterranean mostly. This is why actually the word sin in English is coming from there. So people, they say, this is sin, but that's mean this is pagan. This is sin. Like now we use it sin to say it is pagan, it's bad, it's spoiled, it's damaged. So Ya is a word mean God. Sin is the name of the God. Muhammad, he took it, he put it in his Quran, but you do not know what it's mean. If you know, it's more horrible. If you do not know, it's more horrible. And then you will see the Muslims, as usual, they discover a miracle. Look, it turned to be that because they don't know the meaning, they say, brother and sister, those letters are miracles. Abdul, how letters are miracles? Suddenly they become letters because they don't understand what he's saying. You know, those letters are miracles of the Quran. Nobody knows what they mean save Allah. Thank you very much. So the thief Muhammad, he stole the name Yasin. He put it in his book, and now nobody knows what they mean save Allah. By the way,
Thank you very much.
I'm going to publish a book soon, and I will put it for sale. It's so good, guys, so good. But disclaimer: nobody knows what I mean save Allah.
Is it better than the Quran, CP?
Oh, sure, because I'm telling you, I will promise you, you will understand nothing, absolutely nothing. Starting from Yasin to Yasin War to Ya Trump to Ya Potato. Kamala, passage of time. I will talk. You remind me to put the bus. Let me talk to the secretary to add the passage of time in the book. All right. All right, my friend. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for answering that question, CP. I really appreciate you for having my back there.
You're welcome.
All right. You have a good night, brother.
You have a passage of time.
I didn't know he could preach like that. Remember with that clip?
She speaks from her nose. Imagine if she becomes president for the coming 4 years, we will die, man. They will die. So thank God. Thank God. We have enough time of her. She gave us a break.
For real. Thank you, God. For real. Later, CP.
Bye-bye. Yeah. Additional thing about the God of Islam, that he is the time. Remember, Allah is the time. So their God is just everywhere as an idiot. Suddenly he is the time. But what time mean? How you can be the time? Time is not something that exists. You see, when the Bible speak about like 1 day is equal to 1,000 years, etc., that is not about time for God. God have no time, he's out of time. Time is relative for how long you live. Because we are not eternal. If we are eternal, time means nothing. Because your body will not change. Your age will not change. You will never grow old. Nothing changed to you. So what time? Time is just a way we measure the change that happened to us in our life. Our change. Because we are under the law of physics, so we can say the wave of the ocean by time can break a rock. Why? Because the rock can be changed, can become a sand. If the rock will never change, no time can be counted when it's come to the rock, because nothing can change it. But because the rock is under the physics of law, the law of physics, then the rock slowly will be demolished, and the big rock will become a sand. So time effect exists only with things can be affected. God cannot be affected. If you are God and you are, nothing can affect you, no death, no sickness, no age, no weakness, you are sane. Now 10 million years from now, so what 10 million years? And how we measure time? We measure time based on the sunset, the sunrise, we say a year. So this is our, let us say, experience in this earth, but it's not a real, it's not something physical. It is us who have physics. The same when we say, you know, like the Bible speak about the 4 corners of the earth. It is corners of the earth? No. It's about the 4 directions of the earth. So, but who put the directions? We, you know, we decide that we call this one north, we call this one south, and that will become a direction. So for us, in order to navigate, we created our, let us say, fiction map. Even though the map is for something real, but the directions are fictions. The names are fictions. Because still they will lead us where we're going, you know. It's useful, even though it's not real. But there is something called language fiction, and there is something called physical fiction. As an example, physical fiction is our eyes sometimes can show us something physically exists, but it is not, like mirage. So you are driving in the desert, from long distance you see water, but there's no water, but you see it. So even vision, which is supposedly a real vision, can be fiction. So because our as a human nature, we are limited to our own ability. We can experience things God have nothing to do with it, which means will not affect God. So mirage will not affect God because he don't have, you know, like a vision like us. He will not be fooled by fake physics, by the heat or anything. We look at the mountains from far distance, we see the mountain covered by trees. It looks green, but you go inside the mountain, you see how big the distance between a tree and a tree. Some areas even have no trees at all, but from far distance you think it is covered. It's the same when we see a human being from far distance. The more you get close to him, the more you see more, and you recognize more. Why? Because simply we are short of ability, and our vision is limited. And when we say our vision is limited, that goes for our brain, goes for our sensation, go for our hearing, go for everything we have as a human being. Mr. Nobody. Like other way of limitation is when you go to the Middle East and you marry a woman, she looks so pretty. As soon as she wash her face, you will see different human being. Go ahead, Nobody.
Hello. So I have a question.
Go ahead.
How did Islam spread? If it's so, it sounds really bad. I don't know so much about Islam, but how did it spread if it's such a had so many problems?
Well, Muhammad, he will answer you. Muhammad, he says, I've been victorious by terror. Terror. Al-Qaeda, ISIS. When ISIS went inside Syria, many towns who they are not Muslims, they converted to Islam in 2 seconds, just to live. Like Yazidi, you know. So Muhammad himself, he says, I have been victorious, I've been helped by terror in the heart of the enemy. You see it? So how he was helped to spread Islam? Terror. He's a terrorist. Even he said that the terror made it lawful for him to take the spoil. He steal. All right.
Okay. So and they think this is moral. They acting by terror. It's a moral thing.
My friend, what is right and wrong depends who you are talking to. If I go now to jail and I sit with a bunch of people who they are child molesters, do you think they have the same moral you have? They don't, right? So what we call moral is not what they believe in. They have their own moral. So it's moral for him to be a terrorist. It's moral for him to be a rapist. And they don't see it wrong. That's why the Muslim, they praise Muhammad after all the crimes he did. All right?
Okay. Thank you so much, CP, for
it's always relative. You are talking to who? You know? If you go and sit between a bunch of drug dealers and you know, what is moral for them is not what is moral for you. All right.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. Do we have any Muhammadan? Any Muhammadan? Muslims, they can steal, they can lie, they can kill, they can rape. All of them, all of this doesn't make them feel guilty, because it's made lawful for them as long they are doing it to someone they believe he is not a Muslim, even though he is a Muslim but from different sect. So every Muslim sect have their own moral, and they believe that they can do all kind of harms to anyone because simply for them he is not a Muslim. So when ISIS was kidnapping the Shia women or raping them, then they would never feel guilty, because those are Shia, they are kuffar. When the Shia were doing the same to the Sunni, it's the same, they don't feel guilty. They are Sunni, they are filthy. So what we think is filthy for you and for me, for them is a holy duty, is a blessing. All right? Any Muhammadan? Somebody saying I would refute that Jesus was a Muslim. It's very easy. If a Muslim says that to you, that Jesus was a Muslim, my friend, the easiest answer says, well, did Jesus have sex with the children? No. Did he say you can kill and steal? No. Did he say you can rape? No. Did he say you can rent a woman for 3 days, 3 nights to F her? No. Did he follow the steps of Muhammad to go after his own son, wife, and flirt with her in the house of the husband? No. Muhammad, he broke every single command of God in the 10 Commandments. So how Jesus was a Muslim? They are so desperate. Islam is like a whore. She tried to look for an honor. So when she see an honorable woman, she says she is my cousin, even though she is not. You know what I mean? She is my cousin. But this whore, she have nothing to do with this princess, this honorable woman. So she tried to elevate herself because she is a whore. So this is why Muhammad, you see, you will not find a Christian saying that Jesus was Muslim. Why? Because a Christian, he knew that Islam is the whore. And it's an insult to say Jesus is a Muslim. But you will find every Muslim saying Jesus is a Muslim because they knew that Muhammad was a whore, and they are trying to give him some respect by connecting him to Jesus. All right? When I was in school, in high school, I moved to different school. Actually, they fired me. I told you before I was a good student, you know. So anyway, they fired me. And then I saw a bunch of guys. They told me, hey, we have your cousin. He just moved to the school. It's really my cousin? Which one? I have like 300 cousins. I don't know which one. So which one? They told me his name. I said, this is not my cousin. How he's my cousin, you know? So this guy, and I saw him later, actually. He was with them. Like I forget about it. But then I saw those guys the same, and this guy with them. And he was trying to hide behind them. He didn't want to talk to me, you know, like he's trying to keep a distance. They said to him, hey, come here. They talk to your cousin, man. Look, your cousin is here. So he came, he said, hello. I said, so you are my cousin? So then he told me, I told them I'm your cousin because they will beat me if I don't, you know. So I told them I'm your cousin, so please, you know, they are aggressive, you know. So he told them, I am his cousin, so he will be protected. You know? Yeah, they asked me, is he your cousin? I said, okay, from far, from far. From far. Yeah, he's a cousin. But from far, okay? Just to, I feel sorry for him. He's terrified, you know? He said, I told him I'm your cousin. Please, you know, because to beat anyone who come to school, you know? And so right away when they came to me, I said, I am a cousin of etc. I said, oh, okay, if you need anything. So yes, if you need anything, just ask us, okay? He said, okay, thank you. So here we go, he's my cousin. And this is Muhammad. He knew he is a fraud. He knew he's a potato. He's a like if you ask the Muslim, they will say to you, Muhammad is from the most powerful family, the honorable family. If you read my book, Sex and Allah, you will find that all of them are pervert. And actually, nobody knows who is Muhammad's father. He was born 4 years after his father. Even the Arab, they say that Muhammad is the same as a palm tree in the middle of a sand hill. Do you know what that means? Like, suddenly you see a tree coming from the middle of nowhere from the sand. Who is the father of this tree? There's no tree around. That's what they meant. Nobody knows what is his lineage. Who is his parents? And then we find that the Muslim books saying it clearly that Muhammad was born 4 years after his father. This is why the Muslims, they come with a new method to cover the butt of Muhammad, that he's obviously a bastard son of unknown father, that a Muslim woman, she can be pregnant for many years. Many years. Let me show you. The question here, as you see in the screen, what is the longest period?
The longest period a woman can stay pregnant.
What is the longest period for a woman to stay pregnant? The answer is amazing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. We will go to the sect. According to the Hanafi sect, 2 years. 2 years according to Hanafi.
2 years, which is the Hanafi doctrine.
All right. 3 years according to Al-Layth ibn Sa'd.
4. 3 years, which is what Al-Layth bin Sa'd said.
4 years according to the madhab or sect of the Shafi'i and Hanbali. And even for the Maliki, they agree with that.
4 years, which is the doctrine of the Shafi'is and Hanbalis.
Are we done? No. 5 years according to Imam Malik. This is a sect of Maliki.
5 years, which is a narration by Imam Malik.
Are we done? No. 6 years according to Imam Zuhri and Malik.
6 years, and it is a narration on the authority of Al-Zuhri and Malik.
7 years. Are we done? No. 7 years. And this is the statement of Rabi'a, and this is from Az-Zuhri and even Imam Malik.
7 years, and this is what Rabi'a al-Ra'i said, and it is another narration on the authority of Al-Zuhri and Malik.
The last opinion, there's no limit.
There is no limit to the maximum load. This is the view of Abu Ubaid and al-Shikhani, and some of the contemporaries said it, the Sheikhs, al-Shankti, Ibn Baz, and al-Uthaymin. See, Al-Muhalla by Ibn Hazm 10/316. Al-Muni by Ibn Qutama al-Makdisi 9/116, Adma al-Bayan.
So if you get married and you divorce your wife 20 years ago, and you receive a call from her saying, honey, come and pay for the bill, I am in the hospital, and you say to her, what bill? Oh, I am in the delivery room, come and pay for your son. If you are a Muslim, you cannot complain. You have to pay for it because he is your son. Even if you divorce her 20, 30 years ago. No limit. All right? That is science. You know, this is Islam. Who can beat that? And this is the link. I will post it in Discord and Rumble, but not in YouTube because YouTube don't accept such a long link. Let me post it in Rumble too. All right. I better go. My fourth wife, which I married after the seventh wife, because we go backward in numbers, she just called me. She said that my seventh wife, she delivered a child after divorcing her for 70 years, which is proven to be scientifically true. And then they say to you, Islam is the most amazing religion. And then the Muslim, they say to you that Muhammad said that his mother told him when she gave birth to him, a light came from her vagina and went all the way to Damascus. You see where the Muslims now in Damascus? Huh? The light of the vagina of Muhammad's mother went all the way to Damascus. That is the first radiation, or a vagina radiator. I mean, even Hiroshima bomb will not reach all the way to Damascus. How powerful this vagina is. Oof, man, I don't want to think about it. And the funny is, I don't know why the light went in one direction. Like, okay, it's a vagina. She's giving birth to Muhammad. Why the vagina went all the way to Damascus? What about, even people in Mecca did not see it. Why did it not go to all direction? I mean, it's light. But this is a directed light, brother. It was aimed like laser, like point, you know. So look like the mother of Muhammad, she opened her legs, she was pointing at Damascus, and shoot, boom, and the light came, you know. And then it says that even the people of Damascus, they saw the light in their palaces. I wish I was alive at that time. I guess the light would smell. Yeah. Muhammad, who dare to question those stories? Who dare? Right? Nobody. Somebody asked me about the situation in Syria with the Christians. I don't trust what people say. I don't have anybody to ask really. But I saw a bishop. He said that the first day those beautiful Muslims entered the town, they stole more than 23 buses from the Christian schools and hundreds of cars. And then the Christians, they have to the church, they ask the young men to guard the area where the Christians are to stop the Muslims from looting and from stealing. And then they met with the ones in charge of that area from this terrorist group, you know. So the situation is not good. A lot of theft, a lot of crimes, but this is going against everybody, not only Christians. Those are, you know, a bunch of savage. They came, they never thought they will conquer Damascus. It was America who gave them the key, you know, obviously Biden. He told them just go and take the guy. They, you know, they want to get rid of him. And just to show you how filthy Biden is, There is a Christian American guy. He was going with a church. Most likely he was going to visit a church in the border between Syria and Lebanon. And those filthy forces of Assad they captured the guy. But we never heard about this guy in any news. Why Joe Biden was speaking about a guy, his name is Austin, all the time. He wants him to be freed. But this person, nobody mentioned his name. Never, you know, because he's a Christian. The other guy, Austin, as I know, he is from, like, he support Biden. He's Democrat. He was supporting terrorists. This is the guy, they found him. He was going with a Christian church. He's a Christian. And those filthy Assad forces, they capture him and they throw him in jail for the last 7 months. He's lucky, actually. He might stay there for 70 years. You know, nobody will. They throw you inside jail. Nobody even asks you who you are. You know. But for sure they knew he's American, and maybe they were hoping in the future they can use him to negotiate with the American government. So they saw he's American. They capture him. They throw him in jail. But the other guy, who is a very famous journalist for the Democrat, not for us, Biden, he keep talking about him. But they never mentioned this Christian guy. Not even once. Nobody heard of him. And here you see how, if you are a Christian under Biden, you will be ignored. Your life in danger, you are captured, you will be ignored. The same they did with the Christians and the Jews, American, who captured by Hamas. They ignore it. They don't care. America never sent forces to fight Hamas to release the American hostages. Forget about the Israeli. Because simply those are either Jews or Christians. Well, I do not need to hear about Al-Qaeda and ISIS from a CIA agent, my friend. We the Arab, we know what America did. They feed them, they support them, and they are doing that right now. Again, they never learned their lesson that once they supported a dog, his name is Osama bin Laden, the dog get bigger and bigger, and then he did bite America. They are doing the same now. They are putting a dog, they will feed the dog, they will make him bigger, Erdogan will take over, Erdogan, his head will become bigger because now he control not only Turkey, he control a very sensitive location in the Mediterranean. And the first thing Erdogan will do will establish an Islamic government, as we have it right now actually in Syria. He will support it, and in the future he will force them to take off the borders. He will claim that the Syrian and the Turkish, they agree to become united country, so he can be the caliphate as the first caliphate state. And then later they will swallow Jerusalem, and later they want to swallow Egypt, they want to swallow Iraq, they will establish the caliphate. Same, we went back to zero to ISIS. But this time ISIS is a member in the NATO. All of this by the help of the American, as usual. Anyway, garbage in, garbage out. Right? Garbage in, garbage out. And you know, and the funny, now you will find somebody says this guy is speaking about America, he hate America. You know, my friend, even if America is a person and he is my father, I will say and I will say the truth only. This is not about I love or I hate. I hate lies, I hate deception, I hate criminals, I hate violence. You see, I encourage people to arm themselves, not to do violence, but to fight violence. Because criminals, they will have arms all the time. Decent men, they will hesitate. But when decent men or women, they hesitate to arm themselves, they give invitation to the one who is a criminal to come to their homes. When a criminal, he knew that every house in this town, he is armed and very well armed, he will think 100 times before he enter into your home. If he is sure you have no arms, he will go over there. Nothing will stop him. And this goes for countries. Erdogan, he saw this country is collapsing. He great opportunity to jump and eat it again. Already Turkey took more than 70% of Syria. Already. Not to mention that even Turkey does not exist. Turkey, all of its land is either from Greece, or from Armenia, or from Syria, or from Iraq. And when we say Syria, we say Iraq. We're not talking about the Arab. We are talking about the real Syrian Christians, the real Assyrian or Chaldean Christians in Iraq. Those are the Iraqi. Those Bedouin Arab who destroy Iraq, they have nothing to do with Iraq. They came with the Islamic occupation, and now the country is theirs. But everybody knows. And the funny, they give you a speech about occupation. As Erdogan he do. Erdogan, he give you a speech about Israel, occupation Israel. The biggest thieves in history. They will take your home, they will take your land, they will take your children's, they will kill you, and then they go in your funerals and they put tears on your grave and they say he was a good guy. Who killed him? Yeah. So, you know, in the coming year, I believe what happened in Syria is a big mistake, regardless of how bad the Assad is. The Assad is a ugly, disgusting person, you know. There's no question about that. However, replacing the Assad by terrorist is a big mistake. He is a terrorist, but at least he is a moderate terrorist. You know, those are the real thing. So imagine how stupid the Americans are. Obviously, this is their plan. We want to get rid of the Assad. We will bring the devil to take his place. But then how you want to get rid of the devil? The Turkish, they are trying to get rid of Erdogan for the last 30-40 years. That's it. He will not go. The second the Islamists take over a government, they will never let go. The only way to let go again, if you put sanctions in Russia, in Syria, way more heavy than the one you did in Assad. People get hungry. People go against the government, which is the terrorist. The terrorists, they will shoot the civilians. And then we go back again to zero, civil war. So what the American did? And the funny is, they are expecting the Qaeda to give women their right, and to give the right of belief, and the right of disbelief, and the right of opinion. All of this they are expecting from Al-Qaeda. And you know, the funny is, to make it more funny, this guy, the leader of Al-Qaeda, he is wanted by America, and he killed many Americans, and he's, you know, they have $10 million in his head. $10 million in their website until now. This guy did not conquer any city in Syria. They made him take it. They told the Assad, you better go, for if you move your forces, we will eliminate them. If you go check the same day they attack, the American and the Israeli, they made a massive attack on the Syrian army, so they cannot move anywhere. It was a plan. And now the Israeli, they are so excited we get rid of the Assad. This guy, he is playing like a cat. Meow, meow. Oh, I will never go to a war. Oh, we don't want war. Oh, we want peace. This is because now he is weak. This is because now he have no chance. Just wait. Wait until the dog get fat. Today they are hungry. Today there's no economy. Today there's no income. They cannot even give electricity. They cannot even give a bread. There is sanctions in Syria. The country is collapsing. The whole country last year, they made $600 million. Can you believe it? The whole country. All the country together. Which means even Somalia have better income. The unemployment is like 90%. Because what employment? There's no jobs. The currency is, you know, the toilet papers is more valuable than the currency. So this guy, he knew that he need the blessing of the devil, not God, so he can survive. So now he is saying he will never hurt any Christians, all people who have religion, any religion, everything will be the same, nothing will change, etc. But in the ground, his men are looting, stealing, and crimes. As I told you, just in one day, they stole at least 23 buses from Christian Catholic schools. And they stole hundreds of cars from Christian areas. Hundreds of cars. And God knows how many women got raped and how many children's kidnapped, and they are doing that for everybody, by the way, not only for Christians. However, as I believe, those terrorists soon they will start fighting each other, because this is not one group. There's more than 200, 300 groups, I think. So now each group will try to make its own territory, you know, and they have their own prince, if we say. And soon they will start shooting each other, and then one of them will be able to conquer the rest and kill them all. This is what all Islamic movement, you know, they do. In the beginning, they are united because they have a one enemy. In this case, was the Shia and the Alawi. But as soon the enemy is gone, which means the Shia and the Alawi, they will start killing each other. All right. Yeah, and Qatar now, Qatar will be the first embassy to open in Damascus. Just wait. Erdogan, I'm expecting him to be there, maybe within a month from now, you know, and praying in our holy church, John Baptist Church in Damascus, one of the most powerful, beautiful churches ever built in history. This filthy, he promised to pray in Damascus, he promised to pray in Jerusalem. So he is a step closer to Jerusalem. The stupid Netanyahu, he think he did the right thing. It's a big mistake, because your coming war is going to be with Turkey. If you allow them to establish their own Islamic government, Turkey is the one you will face. So soon Turkey will make the Syrian, which is a toy government, sign an agreement allowing Turkish army to establish bases in Damascus and around Damascus. And then if Israel notice any terrorism or any risk, if they shoot they have to shoot at Turkey. If they go to war, their war will be in Turkey, with Turkey, and that will be a different kind of war. Turkey is not Syria. Turkey is not Hamas. This is a massive population and way more powerful than those countries. So the American and the Israeli, they will be so stupid to allow Turkey to get closer to their border. The only way to do it, if they got a government which is anti-Ottoman, not this one, or if they made this guy, the one you see in the picture, they force him to be their agent, to be anti-Turkey, which means don't allow Turkey to get closer in the border. So if they were able to make condition on him that you should not and you will not allow Turkey to go in, which I doubt they can do, because this guy, everything he have is sponsored by Turkey. His weapon, his drones, they protected him all those years. Otherwise, the Syrian army before was really victorious by the help of Putin. And Putin, other story. Putin, he made an agreement with those people. They told him, we will not take your bases, just let us take the regime. So Putin, he said to himself, this regime is costing me a lot of money. And he is not able even to pay me back. I need money. I am at war. So he signed, obviously, a deal with those terrorists. He sold them the same as he sold the Armenian in their war with Azerbaijan. Putin have no friends. I thought before, this guy is really good. You know, he keep his promise, he protect his friends. No. He sold his friend. He sold the Syrian for a deal. You see, Syria need to pay Russia, God knows how many billion. Syria need to pay Iran at least $30 billion. You see, $30 billion is nothing for America, but for a country, they made $600–700 million a year last year. That is going to take forever. And because of the war, Putin is not, is not able really to take the wealth of the country. And he don't wanna get involved in the war again, because simply he needs his army to be focusing in Ukraine. So everything worked for the benefit of those terrorists. America on their side, Russia on their side, Turkey on their side, even the Syrian army are sick of this Assad regime, who don't even pay them salary. The government don't have even money. They even release a lot of soldiers because they cannot pay them their salary. And then the stupid regime, he support Hezbollah against Israel. And then Israel wiped the floor with them. So not only they have no money, not only they have sanctions, not only they have no friends, not only the people inside, they hate the government because they are doing nothing for them. No electricity, no water, no jobs, no food. All of this because the government have sanctions. And they are thieves in the same time. In fact, they found many manufacturers run by the regime and Hezbollah to make drugs. What they call those bills? What they call it, guys? Cuptagon. Okay, hold on. This filthy man who dress as a civil, and you see him, he is a doctor, he studied in England, he's a drug dealer. Drug dealer, literally a drug dealer. Look, this is 10 years ago, the regime claimed that they capture a truck full of those bills. In fact, it is him who do. Look at this manufacturer. They make pills. All right. Those are all the news. Let us see the one today. Today for us is today America. Let us go week. Anyway, so look like the American, they are going to do a lot of poo-poo as usual. You know, nothing new. Let us see what Trump will do, but I'm not too much really with Trump. Trump, he will let Erdogan do whatever he wants, and Erdogan is a very sneaky person. We will see. Why cannot we ask you about Christianity? Your name isn't Islam Prince, it is a Christian Prince. First of all, who said you cannot ask me about Christianity? However, if you are a Muslim, I will answer you from your book. Secondly, this is my specialty. It is Islam. Somebody told you I am Bishop Christian Prince? My specialty, my study, my knowledge is Islam. So when you go to the nose doctor, you don't ask him to fix your anus. All right? There's a doctor for the nose, there's a doctor for the anus. If you do not know which one is yours, or the nose or the anus, you cannot differentiate, this is your problem. All right? You see the title says ask me about Islam. That means this is my topic. You don't come and sit on my lap and complain about my beard. It's my lap, it's my beard. Yeah, like why we cannot ask you about Christianity? First of all, you can. Secondly, I will answer you if you are a Muslim from your book, because if I read for you the Bible, you know, you will say I don't believe in this book anyway, so I got you busted from your book. So if you are willing to take it, come for it. Yeah, cardinal, they offer me to work as a cardinal, by the way, but I told them I'm busy these days. You know, I'm growing Abdul in my backyard. Soon I'm going to harvest them. Any Muhammadan? Yeah, imagine if I am a bishop. The first day I will take over the church, maybe 80% of the people will run away. All right? I will go and I put my gun on the table. Okay, let us pray. Any Abdul? Yeah, and who disagree with me? Anyone? We are Arab. We accept people to disagree with us, by the way. Ask me, I'm the Arab bishop. All right? We have history of accepting this agreement. If there's anyone of you disagree, all right, just put your head up. Everybody will agree with me. That's it. Whatever you say, you know. We are the best. My voice in Discord is not going good. I wish I could send some preaching videos. Why you want to send me preaching videos? You think I do not know my faith, my friend? I need somebody to preach to me. Here we preach without saying we are preaching. When a Muslim he see how stupid his book, and during the answer always we insert some of what Christ he said. So we defeat the devil lies, and then we bring the victorious Lord wisdom. So hear it. So there is a person he call himself a preacher, but in fact he don't really preach. You know, he claimed to be a preacher. He repeat words which became boring. People don't want to listen because he's doing it wrong way. You will see somebody standing in the street and he is shouting, repent, repent. Okay, but my friend, they will not listen to you. In fact, you are making them run away. This is not how you make them repent. It's not by shouting and screaming at them and say, you will go to hell. I mean, they will hate you. You want people to listen to you? Then talk to them. Make your conversation attractive so they can listen. Don't start throwing rocks. Start a conversation, not a marathon of calling names. So preaching is a statement of somebody supposedly trying to share the gospel, but not every preacher he knew how to preach. It's not by shouting, it's not by calling people names, it's not by scaring the hell of them, it's not by, you know, this is not Christianity. So people, they were standing in front of Jesus, and many of them, they listened and they left. That is the Messiah himself. All right? And he was very gentle, very friendly, very loving. The disciple of Jesus, they did not follow the Messiah because he was shouting and screaming at them. Even when they announced that they are believers on him and he is their Lord. The Messiah, he washed their feet. So in order to reach out, learn how to be humble, simple, wise, and truthful. Then you can reach out. Arrogant, proud, mad, nobody will listen to you. They will say, this guy himself, it looked like he is possessed. He's trying to save me. Save yourself first. Right? Anyway, time to go. I hope today we have a good time. I will try to come back tomorrow in the same time as usual. If not, Friday. Tomorrow is a Friday, right? So Saturday, remember, we will be at between 2:30 to 3. I will be live. So all week long, I will try to be here live. When I say I try, which means not necessarily every day, but if I can, every day. At 7:30 p.m. New York time, 7:30 New York time, and at Saturday, only Saturday, is going to be between 2:30 or 3 p.m. New York time. So just take a note, and I will see you tomorrow, God is willing, if I could. If not, until Saturday. God is good. So is Jesus. I mean to that. And see you soon again. Bye-bye. Take care.